So now we are going to apply the blush, and the detail that I always do here in the makeup, we managed to soften some points. Look in the eye. We can soften by gently passing the finger. Listen, like this, go very soft. I applied a little here of, I dabbed a bit and opened the base a little, but it's just a matter of swiping the finger and smoothing the expression line that's here. We give it a smudge with the finger, and it's going to give a better look on your skin. Now I'm going to use a blush. I adore pink blush. It's the one that has illumination. It has a shine in this. They don't make that blush anymore. I've looked for it everywhere possible, and I can't find this blush. It's from the Miss Rosie brand. Asipashi professional makeup, but this one is not domestic. There's also Rose here. Here's Rose, but it's an imported product, and I can't find it anymore. But you can use any brush that has a pink or orange or brown tone according to your skin undertone. Now I'm going to delve into that undertone part to talk a bit about white that we are also going to use in the shadow. We have the 3 divisions of tones in our skin, and we know what is the tone. The tone is the visible part. I managed to look at a face, identify it is clear, medium or dark, whether it's light, dark or black. And here within those skin tones, I have undertones, I have a clear tone, and within that clear tone that I have undertones, which is the undertone. It's a thing that we have a tone in our skin. I have a neutral undertone. How do I know that's a neutral tone? In terms of shadows, with warm like the cool shadows, some of these will fit on my skin because I accept both undertones, let's say so. So we have within those tones, we have the subdivision of the undertones, which would be cool undertone, which is pink, warm undertone, which is yellow, and its green tone, which is a tone like olive at the end of the skin. Its green tone is usually for darker skin. Skins that have light and medium tones will always have warm and cold undertone. And here are some tips that I can pass on to you. When it comes to understanding a bit about undertones, what we can do to identify our undertone, a tip is always to look at the vein of our pulse. You can perceive here that in my pulse, I'm going to find green vein, green here, and I'm going to find a blue oats. It comes green, it comes blue. That's why I have a neutral undertone. Whoever has the yellow undertone, which is a browner yellow, a yellowish brown skin, she will have a green undertone, the green vein. To have just a more greenish coloration, who has a cold undertone, the vein will be blue. As it's not so easy to identify, it also depends much on the blood. And the day we're going through, I always say so. And see you in the next video. Until next time. If you're going to identify, you're going to look at the base of the skin and think, hey, that skin is more pink or more yellow. What are the yellower skins? Those skins that have a tanned appearance. Sometimes I have to do a tan skin, and there's a woman who has a bright radiant skin. It seems like I get the tan. That skin is a warm toned skin. And the cool toned skin is the one that seems like it needs to go sunbathing. Sometimes it goes to the sun and turns to red. And it's going to turn golden. Then we manage to find undertone. Looking at our skin in that way. When we delve into colorimetry, we will delve into tones and undertones. And you will be able to identify tones and undertones of everyone. Wait, visible? We can see the yellow of our skin because we can visualize the product. And the skin tone is yellow. It's a light tone of yellow because I can see, and deep within that skin, the yellow undertone, a particle of orange color. I know it seems crazy, but I'm going to help you understand that colorimetry. But that's basically it for today because I'm talking about colorimetry when it comes to blush. Let's assume that my skin is a cool tone, a tone with a cool undertone. If I put a hot pink on my skin or I put orange, look, it's going to be a mess. There seems to be one that you can't identify. You look at the makeup and you're going to say, that person has something odd in their makeup. You can't quite tell if everything's okay. but the makeup is soft, her face isn't right. It's because the undertone is wrong. Then if I apply here, it's for a warm person, a wonderful brown skin that is just got that tan. With the golden tone, I'm going to damage that skin. What am I going to do with that skin? I'm going to remove its color, I'm going to strip. Because that's how we know that today to add sparkle, let's suppose I'm wearing a golden sandal, I can put a silver accessory, but the shine between one and the other will clash. Both are shiny, one cold and one hot, and I'm going to put the two. I'm going to have that mix and it's going to clash in a bit. So I'm with a gold accessory and I put on warm colors. In some shoes, in the clothes, let's continue with that glow that the skin will start to tan the golden sandal and an orange shadow comes on the face and it will go towards a more golden tone. So we will have a continuity in this skin color. Oh, the skin is cold. I'm going to use silver. So I'm going to use a full silver color on the clothing. I remind you that all colors, they have cool and warm tones. So I'm going to pick a pink, which is the one that's pink and cold. The lavender pink, it's more of a baby pink. It's more of a pink. For him, it was going to know to identify. There's nothing warm in that color. Can be a warm pink tone, a shocking pink tone, which looks like she added some orange to the pink and gave that warmth to that color. And it's a shocking red, it's a fuchsia that we've managed to identify. So I want to use, or I have a cold skin undertone, and I want to use a shade of green today. There is a shade of green there. We can see a cold green and a hot green. If I want to value my makeup, if I want to enhance my look, I'm going to choose to highlight a super green. Has a green tone, so I'm going to use a darker green, military, a green that has a cooler color. We can identify a green in the background is a bit complicated, I know, but I'll be helping you little by little, and we're going to become masters of colorimetry in these classrooms, you can be sure. But I'm going to bring you at least a little bit like this. Well, I'm going to clear up what colorimetry is here in this classroom for you. And as I always say, if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, mention me there on Instagram and I'll send you a message and I'll have the immense pleasure of speaking directly with you and being able to help you with this. So now I'm going to use a pink here. That pink is a cool undertone. This one still has some glitter particles here, which is more of a silver glitter. This is a cold pink. It looks good on my skin. So you can use the pink with a more golden background. So I'm going to apply it to the apples of my face. How can I highlight the apple of my face? Following that line we marked here, which is an imaginary transverse line, or do the smile trick, you are going to mark the apples, or the kiss trick. What are we going to do? Create the peak. We are going to apply on top of that area so that it is more lifted, and we are going to pass the blush like this. Very gentle. I am doing a back and forth. I am doing circles but very subtly. And look, it has to be straight. We mark it like this. Did you see that I followed more or less the imaginary line from the mouth to the ear, and here I put the blush in this region that was much higher on my face. Very subtly, don't leave marks. They marked here. They come with the brush without passing the blush. And they're going to do it like this. Barely touching, it's very gentle, and they're going to polish it to remove the mark. Well, we applied blush here on the apples of our cheeks, and we come with this brush and apply a little bit here on the nose itself. Here I'm going to give you a very natural idea. Very healthy, I do this action. The makeup looks nice. On the tip of the nose,